Today let's discuss about microservices. What are microservices? Why we use microservices based architecture? To develop any kind of product, there are two approaches: monolithic code based architecture and microservice based architecture. So let's understand first what is monolithic based architecture. Suppose if we are developing any product which has its own code repository in Git and along with its database, we keep adding features one by one into the same code base and same database. After a certain time, our code base increase so much that it's very difficult to maintain, and the one of the biggest problem is if the code is tightly coupled and interconnected tightly with each and every feature. Now suppose if there is a change in cart and checkout, but we have to deploy the entire code base on our production server, whether there is any change in login or register module or not, but we have to deploy the entire code base on production server. Sometimes by mistake the changes impacted in other modules. So to avoid these situations, the second approach, microservice based architecture, is very useful. The microservice based architecture is a modular approach and a very important approach which decouple the modules each other, and there is a separate life cycle of each and every module. Understand monolithic code versus microservices architecture with a example of an e-commerce project. Suppose we have a e-commerce project. In e-commerce project there are multiple features like login, register, product search, filters and catalog listing, second feature, then cart and checkout, third feature, then payments, fourth feature, and then rating reviews and all. So there are 4 to 5 or 6 features we can say in entire e-commerce platform based on the requirements. There could be other as well, like wish list and recommendation product as well. There could be multiple features in an e-commerce platform, but if we talk about the monolithic architecture, all the features are in a single code base, in a single repository with a single database. So whenever any changes required in one module, the entire code base we have to deploy and impacted other modules as well. Sometimes it's happen the issues comes due to another module in monolithic architecture, but this problem can be resolved easily if we follow the microservice based architecture. In this architecture, for each and every module or feature, the code base will be different with its separate databases. So there is no dependency on the modules on each other. If there is a change in cart and checkout, then the code will not impacted of other modules like catalog, rating review, login and all. So if we follow the microservice based architecture for an e-commerce platform, e-commerce product, then we can divide all the features or modules into different microservices. Like we can write one microservice for login and register, second for catalog, product searching and filtering, third cart and checkout, fourth payments, fifth rating reviews, sixth wishlist, and seventh recommended products. So this way we can write based on the modules different microservices. We can deploy these different services on different servers, or could be same server. It depends on the nature of our service or traffic. Every company or startup start with a monolithic code base and then add features one by one. After certain time, the code base is increased too much that it's can't to handle or maintain. After certain times, then that code base needed a microservice based architecture. Then slowly we have to migrate the entire project into microservice based architecture. All the startups after certain time follow this approach. I hope this will give you a little bit insights about microservice based architecture versus monolithic code. In next video, I will come up with both the architectures. Thank you.